that time again. It's Wednesday, and this week we're looking at drawing the great white shark. I thought we'd have a change from the normal theme of I tend to do quite cute things. So great white shark's not cute, it's quite sinister. As always, I broke this down into a process so you can actually learn how to draw this. Put this to one side. So where do we start? I've done a little diagram here to help you along the way. We look for the shapes within this drawing. So as you can see, a circle is a good place to start. Stomach area. Okay, a small circle to the left. Look up a space. The circle smaller. Okay, that's where the head's going to go. Oh, it's about here. It's to help you when you add the nose on. If you look to the rear end, you can see these triangle shapes. Okay. When you look at the fin at the back here, it's larger at the top, but short at the bottom. The front dorsal fin is quite large. It's just above the back fin there. Now you have 5 gill slits. I actually put 6 in there. I'll own up to that. I didn't realise until I started to draw this and do a bit of research. So what I want you to start off doing, I'm going to help you through this. I'll put this to one side, and I've done it quite faint here to show you the process. So, circle. If you look there, it's quite in the centre. Okay, leave a few centimetres. Smaller circle. Goes in line. Then you can bring this arch down across the circle because that's smaller. It automatically brings it down. Again, here. Curve that line up. See? Parallel. Curve. To add the nose on, the bottom jaw is set back. Put this on an angle. Okay, and you give that great white shark's nose there. Come in on yourself, and then there's a bottom jaw. You can rub these out later. If you look here, it's where the triangle shape, I can go right down. There's a triangle shape. Your pectoral fin. Then you would have another offset on the other side, and it would be shorter for the position of the shark. You've then got the second dorsal fin. Again, look, triangles. You can soften these out once you've got them in. Anal fin, pelvic fin, they're more like a different shape, bit of a flipper sort of type shape. So bring this line, darken this line. See how that there forms this triangle shape again? And it's about the same again from your circle, about the same again. Taper it upwards slightly. Put yourself a line in there from your circle. And if you taper that slightly, it'll give that impression of it moving away. It's giving that swimming motion. Tail. Again, you'll see this triangle shape. Remember, curve it. Think where the centre of the tail is. Bring it in, and then add that smaller shape to the bottom. So by now, it should start taking form. What we're going to do next is you don't need the guidelines no more. You'd rub those out. And you should have something that resembles this, hopefully. Might take a few goes. Just keep playing this for the first part of the tutorial back. Remember, get your shapes in, fake lines. When you're happy with it, then you can make stronger lines. The next part we would do, and then I'm going to leave you to get on with this, is get some sharps of references, but just be careful when you do this, because I was a bit horrified. There's some nasty images out there, and if you're anything like me and you can't cope with stuff like that, just be wary that some of these images could pop up. So here, I'm going to do the. Now again, remember you're going to the underneath part. You want the shape there looking like it's moving when you put the shading in, and this is going to be lighter underneath, sorry, and then this is going to be darker on the top. Now I'm just going to break this down into another bit of a section. I'm going to give it a few more tones. The eye, it's very dark. Put that in for the time being. Its nose, and just so you know, just before that pectoral fin there, you'd have them 5 gut slits. So if you get to this stage, and I'll see you back here in about half an hour. You should now have a basic shape of the shark and its fins in place. I've emphasised these lines so you can see them a lot clearer. And what I want to show you now is how to shade the shark. I've got a 6-bit, I've got a 3-bit, I've also got I've got an F for finer details, and I've got a H pencil there, but just a standard pencil is fine. So I've shown this before. If you put a sort of a scrumbling, that's where I find the most effective. And then you don't get them nasty lines showing through. Just going to move this to the side here. I'm a bit of an awkward drawer where I do like to find it easy to come down. So as you can see there, I'm just putting some gradient in there. Doing this quite quickly, so excuse me if it's not the best. Obviously when you're drawing a shark from scratch, I started this last night and it took me about 4 hours. So that's my 6-bit, and then excuse me, got a 3-bit. I'm going to bring some more shade on this. When I do the fin, that's going to be a lot darker. I just want to show you the basics of this. I'm going to also just bring some more clarity to that line there. And then I'm using my blending stick to then smooth. Not got one of these, it's worth investing in one. Just make that eye dark. Okay, so see, I'm just blending those pencils there. Even though it's quite dark there, I'm leaving some paler areas, some lighter tones there, just for when the light will be hitting the shark, and it'll give that feeling of movement and depth to your subject. You don't need to go as quick as this by any means. Sometimes when I'm doing these, I feel like I'm on piecework, not fast. You can see there the difference in tonage. Okay. So if I put in pressing quite hard with that, it's a fine pencil, it's a H, so the darker of the H's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's more or less the same throughout this. If we look at the dorsal fin, I'm going to do this quite dark. I'll come back. See on mine there, I've put some sort of chips in the fin. A few war wings, battles. I'm going to work on these pectoral fins now. I'm just going to bring a section of shading into there. Instead. You can see how this is starting to take shape now. And I'd go on to work on all these other fins. If you want to remove any of the shade, remember you can always use your tap, and that will lighten the areas up. So if you carry on with this shading technique, work your way through all the fins, and then hopefully by the end of it, a few hours in, you should have something that resembles the finished product. So good luck with this, can't wait to see the results. Thanks so much for getting involved each week, we really appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.